Hi guys, welcome to this video. This time we are going to make one of my favorite dish, the red braised pork belly. And believe me, this is something you will never forget once you try it out. Okay, let's start.
Okay guys, there will be no vegetables in this dish today, but I don't care. Uncle Function is now in a very bad mood and he really needs some flavor. True flavor! The first step is to remove the hair from the skin and break down the hair gland. The hair gland tastes really stinky, and believe me, you don't want this in your dish. Heat up the wok until you see the smoke. We need a very high temperature to break down the hair gland. Put the pork into the wok. Press it and move it around. Let the high temperature of the wok burn the skin. Stop burning when you see the black texture on the skin. Well, we definitely don't want to eat burned stuff. Now take a knife and scrape the black texture away, and then wash the skin thoroughly. Let's cut the meat. This time, we would cut the meat into rather larger cubes. The perfect size of meat should just fill up your mouth. Just imagine the fat melt down all of your mouth, and your mouth is full of the flavor of the pork belly. Let's concentrate on the cooking, guys. Concentrate. Let's cook the meat. Put the meat into the cold water directly, and then start heating. The purpose of this step is to remove the bloody taste of the pork meat and cook out the blood foam so that the whole dish will look nicer later. You can also add a small piece of ginger to increase the effectiveness of the whole process. Take the meat out once they are cooked thoroughly. In order to have the perfect color of the dish, we will need some caramel. Well, you Western people should already be very familiar with this caramel. You use caramel in a lot of stuff, for example, in puddings. I use water to make caramel this time because I don't want to have any extra fat in the dish. You can also use oil to do this. It will take less time for you. Heat up the wok. Put sugar inside and then put a little bit water inside. Stir and distribute the sugar evenly into the water. Turn down the heat when you see the bubbles become smaller. This is very crucial, otherwise it is very easily to overcook the caramel. The heat should be very low, and you should observe the caramel very carefully. In the meanwhile, you should start preparing hot water, for example in a kettle. And now we can see the perfect color in the caramel. Put in the hot water immediately. Now the whole kitchen smells like caramel. And guys, look at the color. We have the perfect caramel water ready. Nice! Okay, let's put in the meat. Add some water to cover the meat. Add some light soy sauce and dark soy sauce. Because the caramel is not sweet anymore, we need to add some extra sugar to increase the sweetness of the dish. Put in a bunch of spring onion, a smashed ginger, some bay leaves, cinnamon, and star anise. Now transfer everything into a pot. Put in some cooking wine or white wine as substitute. Okay, now let's braise the meat for an hour. In the meanwhile, we can already start making the rice. Because our red braised pork belly is going to be very flavorful, we will need more rice for it. What? Guys, it's my 5th video and you still don't have a rice cooker.
Holy cracker!
No problem, just go watch my egg fried rice video. There I showed you how to cook rice with a pot. Now we have braised the meat for enough time. Just take everything out of the pot except the meat. You can use a chopstick to test if the meat is well cooked. Just try to stab the fat part of the meat. If the chopstick can go through very easily, means the meat is well cooked. Now put in some salt, and we are ready to perform the reduction. Turn up the heat and keep boiling the sauce. At some point of time, the sauce will become very creamy, and the pork belly will be fully coated with the sauce. And now we have finished. We can spread some spring onion as garnish, and maybe also some sesame.
Okay, let's try out. The fat of the meat is melt down in the mouth. And the taste is so good that you don't even need MSG. MSG is simply overqualified for this dish. And remember to eat the meat with rice together. It gives you much more fun. Wow. I'm so happy now, guys. I'm so happy now. This is the meaning of life. See you in next video. Goodbye.